All right, the Twins, they're heading to spring training in just about 2 weeks. And there'll be a guy there that many felt had no shot of being there at all. Carlos Correa, the all-star shortstop, was looking for a record-setting deal, and he got it. A 13-year, $350 million deal from the Giants. But doctors flagged it. Then the Mets jumped in, but Correa failed a second physical. However, the Twins were always lurking, and Carlos told his agent and myself to see if he could work out a deal to get him back to Minnesota, and it all happened.
Stopped talking to the Twins after the Mets fell through. The Twins, I told Scott, hey, I want to go back to play with my boys, and I want to be part of the Minnesota Twins again. So let's make it happen. And you know, he's a great agent, so he made it happen for sure.
Now you say that the door was open with the Twins all the time, but to some people they may say, well, you were going to go to the Giants, you were going to go to the Mets, and the Twins may have looked like your third choice.
Yeah, it's the way I explain it is, you know, free agency is such a long, tough process, and you know, when I first agreed with the Giants, you know, they offered me a record-breaking deal, and you know, then I moved on to the Mets because it was like overnight. Scott worked it out right away. But even before we signed with the Mets, we talked to the Twins, and you know, they wanted to talk to the front office and restructure a contract, and the Mets just jumped in right away. But the way I see it is that God put me here for a reason, in this organization for a reason, and I'm very happy that I'm back here, and I'm gonna do everything I can to help this organization get back on the map and get back on the winning ways of winning championships.
Batting second, shortstop number 4, Carlos Correa.
Do you think the fans are going to embrace you, or do you think your style of play will win them back?
Well, you know, if I remember when I showed up in 2015 to Houston, and there were not a lot of fans in the stands, and then we start winning, and then we start winning playoff games, and we start winning titles, and you know, the stands were packed every single day. So that's what I'm looking forward to here in Minnesota. You know, last year we were not as packed as we would like to, but we got to win first, you know, for the fans to go out there and show up and support the team. So this year we got a great team. You know, the front office has done a great job of putting the right product on the field, and we just got to go out there and take it, and you know, bring the fans in and to watch us play playoff baseball, and eventually win a championship.
I remember when we first interviewed you, and obviously, you know, we asked you, so this is your team, and you said no, this is Byron's team.
That one hooking toward the gap, Buxton over, and a leaping catch on the warning track.
Now with this new deal, do things change? Are you now the face of this franchise?
No, I think now it's our team. You know, him and I, we speak every single day, and we have the same goal in mind, and that's to win a championship and bring a championship back to the city. You know, he's the guy that's been here for the longest time. He's seen this organization go through ups and downs, but you know, him and I, we're on the same page or on how consistent we wanna be, and how consistent we want this organization to be for the next at least 6 years.
You want to win a World Series, so not only was money and length of term a factor, but being competitive, right? The Twins usually aren't mentioned with the Astros, with the Dodgers, with the Red Sox, the Yankees, but you feel that this organization has what it takes to get into that conversation with those clubs?
Absolutely. You know, you got to remember that when I got to the big leagues in 2015, nobody talked about the Astros. You know, this was a team that was losing 111 games the previous years. So I think the 2015 Astros were, it was kind of like our couple seasons ago for the Twins, and now it's time for us to take off.
How have you become such a leader? Right, wherever you go. I mean, Miranda was telling me just the other day, you know, how much of an influence you were to him to help his career. How has that happened? How have you decided that, you know what, I got to take the bull by the horns?
Well, I've just always cared about other people. I just want to make players around me better. I just want to, put food on everybody's table, and if you play great, you're gonna be able to put food on your family's table. So everything I can do to make a player's career more successful and make their career better, I'm gonna be there for them. So I guess they just get attracted to that, how much I care about them, how much I'm paying attention to their daily routine and their daily work and how they go about their business, because I want them to be the best version of themselves all the time.
And you've probably been around superstars. You're in that stratosphere now that didn't really care about the rest of the team. They were only about their numbers. Why is that so different for you?
Because when you want to win and don't just say it, you actually mean it. You gotta care for other people. This is a sport that one guy is not gonna get you to a promised land. It's gotta be a collective group effort. And I feel like if you're helping your third baseman get better every single day, your second baseman get better every single day, then all of a sudden you're looking at a couple players giving you 5-6 wins above replacement, and that's gonna get you into the playoffs. So the more I can help and the more I can chip in with other players, I will always be there.
You told Rocco that I want these drills at 100%. I don't want to do them at 50%. I need to do them at 100%. And it kind of fed off the rest of the team. Why was that so important to you and to take that charge?
Yeah, it's just, when you're practicing, you got to practice game speed. And so sometimes we get carried away, you get to the big leagues and you're successful for a little bit, and then you start going through emotions, and we can never forget that this is the hardest sport there is. So you always got to be able to increase the level of effort in practice, so when it comes to the game, it can slow down a little bit for you. So when we take infields, when we're in the cages, we're trying to do as close as we can to gain speed in order for us to be successful out there on the field.
A rise to second, relay to first. Got him!
First baseman Tim Beckman fielded it, went to you. You came gunning back. Was that perhaps the hardest baseball you threw all of last year?
Probably. At least the intent was there to throw the hardest I could to get the out and get us out of that was to win the game. So, that's definitely probably the hardest throw of the year.
So do those kind of things kind of build for a team, when you make plays like that or when others make plays like that? Is that how this franchise could get things turned around, just moments like that?
Yeah, for sure. The passion for the game and the love and the obsession with the game. I feel like, other people gets attracted to that. Sometimes players, get big deals and then they just sit back and they say, I don't have to do anything else. I just got to go show up and play every single day, and they don't try to get better and keep working on their craft. And for me, I want to set the example by just doing it. You know what I mean? I want them to look at me and say, damn, this guy is making this amount of money and he's just hustling and going after it like, he might get released tomorrow. So I just want players to look at me and be like, wow, this guy is really putting in the work. Then, we also got to put in the work. So I just want to lead by example and make sure that the guys understand what it takes for us to be a championship caliber organization.
We had a conversation at the end of last year when you made reference to Christian Dior.
When I go to the mall and I go to the Dior store and I want something, I get it. I ask how much it costs and I buy it. So if you really want something, you just go get it. So that's I'm the product here, and if they want my product, they just gotta come get it. I'm still wearing them.
That's what I was going to say. Have you been back to Christian Dior?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a store that I like very much. I like fashion. I like dressing up, and it's one of my, I'll say, guilty pleasures. That's what I do. I don't spend money on nothing else. I don't buy cars. I don't gamble. I don't do anything. I just like buying clothes. So definitely I've been back.
So am I even close to your
You're
level?
looking great, brother. You're looking great. Keep doing you, baby.
Our thanks to the twins, Dustin Morse and Peter Nelson, for their assistance in pulling off